proud to be Sri Lankan, and I'm proud to be the first Sri Lankan cowboy. I was born in India and came to Sri Lanka, and I lived in Sri Lanka, and I grew up in Sri Lanka. And as a teenager, I immigrated to the United States, and that's where my career began as being a cowboy. Passion, ever since I was a kid, all I ever wanted to do was be a cowboy. I was very inspired by cowboy movies and the aura of a cowboy. And when I got the opportunity to go to the United States, I realized this is the home of the cowboys, and my dream can come true here. I would have to say it's my father, and he loved everything Western. Even as a kid, we would listen to Western songs like Willie Nelson, Marty Robbins, all the old greats, and so it kind of stuck with us. And he loved horses and the Western genre, and that carried on to his son. And God willing, it is passed on to my son and hopefully the next generation to come. I'm a professional horse trainer. I've been a horse trainer for 30 years, actually 30 plus. Trained every horse you can imagine, every breed. And now I'm a wrangler. A wrangler is basically somebody who supplies horses for Hollywood. We train the horses, we train the actors, the stunt people, and we provide everything for production to complete a movie. So that is pretty much my job right now. Just every single day I get to ride and work with horses. It does not get any better than that. Oh, of course. I think every cowboy and cowgirl has a favorite. Mine is a horse called Trickster. He passed some years ago, but I had him for 28 years. And I can honestly tell you, he was my best friend. Every day is a challenge because every day is a new day. Every day is an adventure when you have horses. There's nothing, scheduled to be direct. Everything is, changing every single day. So that's a challenge, but it's a good challenge because it keeps you on your toes and it keeps the wits about you. When we go on movie sets, and we've done a whole bunch of movies and different projects, and once in a while a director will go, "Hey, listen, I want you to do this movie. Here's a part," and they'll coax you into it. So I got a couple of roles doing that, and I have to say it's fun, but most people don't realize acting is actually quite difficult. So I love challenges. So every opportunity I got to be in front of the camera, I took it. I would have to say, out of all the projects we've done, it's a movie called Sins. That's because it was based on a true story, and it was a periodical piece, and everything to do with horses, and the U.S. cavalry in the cowboy days versus the indigenous Americans. That was a challenging role, but it was the most fun for me. And I got to play a real life character who was actually a hero, an actual hero. So I got to play his character. So I think that's the most memorable for me. So I came over here to in association with the CRC Port City, and it's owned by Enika, who is a wonderful individual, and she's done amazing things for the last 25 years for Sri Lanka. And she's built this beautiful facility, and I wanted to work with her to come to Sri Lanka and bring something that's different, because everything that Sri Lanka knows is all English writing, but I wanted to bring a little Western cowboyism back here, and that I think that'll transition well here. I think it'll get people more excited, and horses too, and to help develop the horse culture here. I would say that it's not actually an unorthodox career choice, because for 2,000 years, Sri Lanka had a very robust horse culture. From the time of the kings, and there were cavalries, there were so many horses in Sri Lanka. But after the colonization of it, the colonial times, that culture went away. So it's still ingrained in our DNA as Sri Lankans. We still have it. But I think we have to get out of this mindset of you don't always have to be a doctor or a lawyer or engineer, and that's what everybody strives to be. There's a bigger world out there, and what I want to bring to the table is, in the perspective of horses, the horses have helped me travel all over the world, meet amazing people, and I'm just a Sri Lankan cowboy, the Sri Lankan boy that grew up in Kotahena, and if I can do this, I mean, the sky's the limit for anybody here. And there's a great talent Sri Lankans have here. The boys and girls have amazing talent. They have an amazing work ethic here. Amazing morals and ethics that we were brought up with. And I think the biggest part is resilience. I've never been to another country where I've seen this much resilience than from Sri Lanka. And I think that's what takes to succeed in any field. So as far as unorthodox, I don't think so. I think it's very viable to see in the very near future lots of cowboys and lots of cowgirls who are Sri Lankan. I'm going to dedicate a lot of time and a lot of effort, as I said earlier, to build and redevelop the horse culture here, because I think it's very important for Sri Lanka, because the ramifications to the positive that this has for our entire nation is immense. And if I can be a part of that, and if I can teach a few aspiring trainers, maybe future Hollywood actors to come out of there, stunt people, agriculturists, veterinarians, then I'm in cloud 9. I've done my job. That's what's next for me.